Our next story is about Hollywood. Years ago, China was a gold mine for its movies. But then came the first Trump administration. Ties between Beijing and Washington soured, and Hollywood movies were the collateral damage. China's censors cracked down on them. Now Donald Trump is back in power, but this time, President Xi Jinping wants to do things differently. So he is welcoming Hollywood movies back. He's screening them in record numbers and offering subsidies on movie tickets. It's all a little out of character. So what's behind this pivot? And is it limited to Hollywood? Here's a report.
Consumer gloom is still sweeping across China. People are scaling back on travel, drinking out, buying clothes and jewelry. Consumption growth is far below pre-pandemic levels, and this is bad news for China, whose economy is not in good shape and hasn't been for a while. So how is President Xi Jinping coping? Well, he wants to send people to the movies. Beijing is pulling out all the stops and offering subsidies on movie tickets, renovating cinemas, and slowly opening its lucrative market to foreign films. You see, China is the world's second biggest box office market after the United States. Long ago, it was a gold mine for American releases, but Xi's censors have been cracking down on them, or for that matter, on anything that he claims is too Western or immoral. Yet last year, they aired 93 imported films. This is the most since 2019, and most of them were from Hollywood, 42 of them. So as China stares at the possibility of another trade war with the United States, thanks to Donald Trump's return to the White House, it's opening the door to Hollywood and welcoming movies like Joker. But that's not all. Many foreign films gaining success in China are from countries that Beijing is trying to mend ties with, like India and Japan. The Tamil film Maharaja is a particular hit in China. It's the highest-grossing Indian movie there in years, earning more than $10 million. Then there's the Japanese animated film The Boy and the Heron. It has reeled in $108 million. Even though China's box office haul has taken a plunge by nearly a quarter, foreign films are witnessing their best tally in the country and hold 21% of the market. And this is good news for China, because when people want to watch movies, they go to malls. And when they go to malls, they shop a little here and eat a little there. So tapping into the movie market has the potential to unleash domestic demand and teach China an important lesson in boosting ties with countries while picking fewer unnecessary fights. Because this isn't just about movies, China has been cracking down on foreign cultural influence, and this includes music. But now, as Xi tries to reverse his country's economic fate, his government is pinning its hope on music shows and scrambling to host international stars like British singer Ed Sheeran, who has announced plans to perform next month. And the walking GDP, Taylor Swift, whose Eras global tour was the first to earn over $1 billion in revenue. Reportedly, Shanghai has held preliminary talks with the US pop star, hoping that she brings her economic impact to China. You see, geopolitics can shape cultural priorities, especially for Beijing, where all kinds of cultural imports have been at the mercy of censors. Like in 2020, when China approved no Indian movies for 2 years after clashes between troops at the border. Or in 2016, when Beijing tightened its chokehold on Hollywood after strained ties during the first Trump administration. But geopolitics alone is not a factor. So is economics, and this is a lesson that China is still learning. So grab your popcorn, take your seats, and get ready to scream, "It's the economy, stupid!"
From breaking news to the day's biggest controversies, shedding light on the world's top headlines, detailed analysis on the stories that matter the most to you. Catch it all on Spotlight at 6 p.m. India time and 12:30 GMT, only on Firstpost.